How are you, YouTube? George here. I just said I'd jump on the Vevor diesel heater bandwagon. For years here I've been heating the place with paraffin heaters. I have two of them. Let me see, this place is a bit of a mess now. So that one, and I have this other one here, and they can heat the place up to 25 degrees, no problemo. But the problem is fumes and stuff. So I bought this last year, and it had sat down there where the workmate is for I don't know how long. I took it out of the box, that was all I had done with it. Now I have a few bits ordered for this that I'm waiting for, so it's not in its finished state or its final position or the whole lot. So I just have it screwed on to two blocks of 4x3. You have to keep it up off the ground because the intake and the exhaust come out of the bottom of it. So what I done, I removed the tank. It's only a 5 litre tank. I blocked up the hole, and I took off the handle and blanked up the holes with some bolts. I'm running it off a 25 litre drum. It's been running for 3 or 4 days off that now, and it's only down that much. So I've done, I have some clear pipe coming out here that goes down into my pump, which you can hear pulsing there. Some people freak out over that. Doesn't bother me at all. Compared to some of the noise I'd be making in here, it's nothing. This second pipe is just a breather to let air in to replace the fuel. I know this wouldn't be great seal, but there's our breather hose. I just made it a bit longer, so she's breathing away there. Now this will eventually go out through the wall when I determine where it needs to go. So I have it set at number 1 there at the moment. I have it on manual. Have it on manual all the time. I couldn't be bothered with it on automatic because, so it's just on number 1. Turn it up to number 10. That's absolutely flat out. It's funny that this is where most of the noise comes from. That's full chat. I'll just turn it back down. So what I've ordered is, I have a T-piece ordered for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of box section on here, and this will come up like this with the T. We'll have one bit going this way into the oil shed and one shed going this way, because this is so well insulated in here, it takes very little to heat it. And what's happening with the way I have it here now is it's extremely warm in here, and it's, you know, it's not great out there. So we just see. It's been going at number 1 there for the last few hours, so 14.7. Have the exhaust out through the wall, which I'll show you now. So there's the exhaust going out through the wall there. Now it does come with this oh, I seen it there a while ago, I don't know where it is now, a silencer, but it is absolutely useless. So I have a silencer ordered for it that's supposed to reduce it by 15 dB. Got good reviews on Amazon. So I have the exhaust going out through the wall here. Oh dear. There we go. made that little cover. It's just a bit black there because I was fiddling around with something the other day and it started running a bit rich. Need to clean that. It just comes out there. So I'm hoping when the other silencer goes on it, it'll be a lot better. This place is absolutely upside down. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with it. Like, it's very comfortable, very comfortable temperature and no fumes. It's I used to get a stuffy head in here sometimes with the other ones. I used to have a window cracked when I'd have them on. And yes, before you ask, I got a CO2 alarm, put it up here, and you need to have a CO2 alarm when you're messing with these. So I'm just running it from a battery there. I have this charger on it, I have an intelligent charger on the way. Reason being, having it on a charger, just if you had a power failure, you need to be able to shut it down and let it complete its cycle. So this is not sponsored or anything by Vevor. Just I bought, a friend of mine brought in a load of them there last year. I think he bought a pallet of them. And the one thing I will say to you, if you get one of these, this is the 8 kilowatt version. 8 kilowatts now is a bit optimistic, I think. Is to go through every nut and bolt in it when you get it, because everything's only hand tight. They don't believe in tightening anything. All the Jubilee clips inside on the fuel line and everything are all loose. Mine was actually, when I fired it, I fired it for the first few times off the internal tank, which is on the ground there. And when I opened the machine up to change the fuel line to put it on the external tank, there was kerosene everywhere. I'm running it on kerosene. You know, now there's so much conflicting information on these things online. You don't know who to believe, so I just tend to do my own thing and see what works best for me. So some people will tell you that this doesn't need to be outside. I'm going to put it outside anyway. So drawing in fresh air from outside, it's denser air, it's got more oxygen in it, so that's just the air intake into the combustion chamber. So it goes in there and it goes out the exhaust. There's an intake on the back here for the fan, and that just is to do with blowing air through the heat exchanger. So you don't need to, if you vent that outside, some people go on about venting this outside. That's not a good idea, because you're cooling down the heat exchanger. You want ambient air going into that. So yeah, so the tank is working well. Took 30 quid to fill that, and I was running, this is what, day 4 or 5 now, I think. And I just come out in the morning, turn it on. I can set this to, this one doesn't have the Bluetooth, I believe the newer ones do. But I can set this to turn itself on and turn itself off and all that carry on. It comes with a little remote control as well, so I can turn it up. There she goes, up number 7. So what I tend to do is when I turn it on first before I come out here, I leave it run at 10 for maybe an hour or so, maybe longer, depends. And when you come out here, then it's nice and warm. As we said, there was what, 15 degrees, is that what we said? Yeah, 14.7. I'm quite pleased with that, which is a comfortable temperature. What used to happen with the other heaters here was that, yeah, you have no control over the heat coming out, so it just kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and they get to the stage where it'd be 25, 26, 27 degrees out here, and you'd be doing stuff and you'd be sweating. So a few other bits and bobs there. I bought an extra length this exhaust pipe, because it'll probably, I don't know, I think I'm going to have it up this end, maybe, I don't know, but look, it won't go to waste. So there you have it. Quite pleased with that now. And it should be more efficient to run than these things, but I won't get rid of them at the same time, because if when the time comes and painting this thing, I'm going to convert this whole place into a spray booth by covering everything, all the walls, like a Dexter kill room, and I'll have a fan in the window there to suck out air, and I want it hot in here, 30-40 degrees, so we'll bring everything in here and turn everything on for a good handful of hours before we start painting. So there you go. That's my little Vevor diesel heater that's running on kerosene. Why am I running it on kerosene? I used to run the other heaters on kerosene, which were supposed to run on paraffin, and my experience, anything you run on kerosene, it just runs cleaner. So you see lads with these putting radiators, and all they end up doing is causing themselves grief. Just let it run the way it's supposed to run, and don't be pricking around with it. So happy days. Alright, we'll get you in the next one. Bye bye.